YouTube. I think I'm going to do something a little different today. Usually on this channel I do video game reviews. I've done a lot of video game reviews, but today I decided to shake it up a little bit. I wanted to show you how I make YouTube reviews, because I have a YouTube buddy, Purple Maple Leaf, and last month she made a video where she showed her process, and I thought it was really interesting. But the way that she makes her videos and the way I make my videos, very, very different. So I'm just making this so that you can watch it. You know, maybe you want to learn how to make videos yourself. I think that everybody's process is going to be a little bit different, but you can kind of look at mine, pick and choose a few things that might help you. Yeah, I'll give you some pointers, or maybe you're just like wondering how I do it personally, and watching it might be interesting to you. So with that said, let's go on to step number 1. So step number 1, easiest. You think to yourself, what am I going to review? Now lots of YouTubers, tons of YouTubers who, you know, make videos, they already know weeks in advance. It's like, once I finish this video, I'm gonna do this video. Some people don't. Basically, you gotta choose what you're gonna do. You're gonna do Switch game. You might stare at your Steam library. If you're just getting started off and you don't really have the equipment yet, look at your Steam library, and then you choose out the game. Fortunately, I already know what I'm gonna do. We're gonna do an episode of Wednesday Day. Let's go ahead and, it's on the back here actually. Ghosts and Ghouls, Super Ghosts and Ghouls. So there's step 1. Choose what you're gonna do. Alright, now on to setup. So it's gonna be a Wednesday episode, so Super Nintendo, using HDMI cable. The thing that I suggest the most, the hardware I can suggest the most, is the Game Capture HD from Elgato. If you ever buy a game capture software, get it from Elgato. So, okay, it's plugged in. So now I just gotta pop it on. There it is. So now I just gotta play and go ahead and capture the footage. I'll get back to you in about an hour. Yeah. Like, here's another thing. If you don't have Elgato costs like $100. XSplit Gamecast, that's absolutely free, and it works really well if you're just recording from a game from your Steam library. So step 3, play the game, and I'm gonna set a timer on my phone for about an hour, and I'll tell you why in that hour. Okay, so this game is the devil. Okay, I do it in small little segments for a variety of reasons. Number 1 is for editing. When you send in a file, you do not want a file that's like 2 hours long. You want more small files than one bigger file, simply because the editing program, that's a lot of, what's it called? It just puts it through a lot of work. If you put in a 2-hour file, it's gotta just decompress that so you can cut it up. It's easier on that. Second off is possible corruptions. Although the Elgato is pretty good, I have had a few times where my file just got corrupted. It was unusable. It's much better to have just a small 1 hour get corrupted than an entire 4 hours. Even if you have to go back through the game to get the footage again, it's better to lose just a little than a whole lot. And the other reason, and here's one thing that you might not know as a YouTuber, I didn't know when I started out, I only gleaned it from watching other YouTubers and realized, oh, that's what you do. Every time you stop recording, and you should stop periodically, so that you can take notes. I have several composition notebooks just full of notes. Like, these are my most recent notes for the Monica Mia video. But right now, and the bird boss was the easiest part. So I just took some notes, you know, stuff that I want to point out. You know, I have it written here, you know, tough as nails, but I made it through. The tidal wave, what is that for you? It doesn't really matter what you write here. You don't even have to spell stuff right. You don't have to use proper grammar, because you're going to be the only one seeing these notes. But it definitely helps when you're writing the script later. So I just put part 2, and then I can make a bulleted list. I'll just keep recording until I have enough. I'll fill up a few pages, and I don't think I need to really show you any more of me recording the game footage. Alright, I finished playing. It was about 4.5 hours, because Ghosts and Goblins is the type of game that you gotta beat twice, but let me let you in on the secret next cheat. Alright, now this is very important. Google Docs. You gotta open Google Docs. That's the only way to write a script. Like, you can do anything normally, but actually I guess you do it the way you want, but Google Docs is my secret cheat. Because here's the thing. Here, let me set this up. Here's the thing. When I read my scripts, I mean, phones. Ever since, you know, the invention of phones, I realize how much I use the phone just for making this. It's very important. Google Docs has an app where you can easily pull up your script, and so that way you can write it here. You can pull it up on the script. It's really easy, really nice. That's why I fully suggest Google Docs. Now, when it comes to writing isn't exactly my favorite part of the video making experience, simply because I thought about why don't I like the writing process, and I think it comes from when I was in school. I hated writing. Why would you want to write a script for something boring that you don't really care about? When I thought about it, writing for a script isn't so bad. I mean, yes, it is writing, but you can easily just, you know, I sit down here, I got a Mountain Dew, I've got some peanut clusters, pull this up, I can go ahead and put on some of my favorite music. But yeah, I got like an anime playlist right here, some songs. I've got my notes right here to help me as I write the script, and everything should go just fine. Now I'm gonna turn that off. I don't want to get copyright. Don't think I will, but so yeah. Now I just gotta sit down and write a few pages. But every page will take me about 20 minutes to write. Just write up an entire page. It's about that long. Each page takes 20 minutes to write, and that will provide about 1 minute to 2 minutes of video. So, you know, and here's the thing, I'm glad I made this video because I just realized, actually, I don't hate writing. I mean, it goes by pretty fast, and then I got the script. So, that's step 4. You put on some anime music, you pop open a Mountain Dew Voltage, and you get a writing. Pro tip. You know how there's like live action bits? That's where instead of showing gameplay and talking over it, it's just a picture of me on my couch. I would suggest that if you're gonna have those, you know, put live action beforehand and definitely uppercase it so that you can easily find it. And when you're just scrolling through your script quickly, because you know most of it's gonna be voiceover stuff, but the rest you're gonna want, you know, live action uppercase. Just a pro tip from Chippy. All right, now for step 5, maybe. I don't know. Now we're doing the audio editing. I'm cutting the audio. I wrote that script. Now I get to pull up it on my phone and read what I've written. Now, I don't really like this process. I think this is my least favorite process. For 2 reasons. I don't like writing, but here's the thing. I thought I'd love this process because I love voice acting. The thing that I don't like doing, which I also have to do, is audio engineering. I have to edit my audio, so I get to do something I love and then I dread. Because here's the one thing. I can do a lot with video and everything, but audio, that is my weak point. I cannot do that. But right now, I'm going to do a line read right here. The thing is, before I do a line read, I'll actually read it to myself. I'll read it so I can learn all the vocal inflections I want, make sure I get the pacing and everything right, and then I actually record it. So I'm going to do that right now.
This game has a critical problem with checkpoints. Every single kill here is earned, and you only have 2 hits to work with here. I like to get not sent back to square one when making an unavoidable mistake.
Alright, so do that. I also have water, you know. Can't drink soda. Messes with your voice. Alright. This game has a critical problem with checkpoints. Every single kill here is earned, and you only have 2 hits to work with here. I would like to get not sent back to square one for making an unavoidable mistake. Alright, so that right there, that was the voice editing. That was the easy part. Now I gotta do just a small little edit right here. Okay, so this right here, this is a real pro tip because, you know, as I mentioned, I don't know anything about audio editing. Well, a couple years ago, hashtag sub to Youngtown, he opened up a Patreon, and for 50 bucks, he would teach you some audio editing tricks. But I'll teach you the one trick that I have actually held on to, and that is, do not let anyone know that you have ever breathed while editing video. So I'm gonna listen to it right now. If I ever hear a breath, if I see a breath on this timeline thing, I'm gonna delete it.
This game has a critical problem with checkpoints.
What's this right here?
Checkpoints.
Right there, breathe. I can't let you guys know that I breathed. If everybody figures out you breathe, it's all over. The YouTube dream's over. You'll be driven from your house.
Every single kill here is earned.
Oh, gosh dang it, what am I doing? Intaking air? That's not allowed!
I have 2 hits to work with here.
Wow, I breathed a lot. I was hoping this would come on eventually. But yeah, that's just it. Find your breaths, get rid of them. Now I need to show you my mortal enemy. That right there. This is only a problem in the winter, by the way. That's my heater right there. And you know, it keeps me nice and warm. But guess what? It stays on for like 5 minutes. And when you're cutting audio, you can't have something as noisy as that in the background. So now I gotta find something to do for 5 minutes. Probably play a game of Clash Royale. But yeah. Hey guys, while I was working, I remembered 3 tips that I really want to get out there for audio cutting. Number 1 is chocolate. You should never eat while you're doing audio, but if you keep some pure chocolate around, that's actually good. It relaxes the vocal cords. You can give a better performance with it. Number 2, you probably noticed this, but I want, if you do your script, you should only do 1 paragraph at a time, you know, 3 sentences at a time, so you can kind of, you know, work through. You don't want to do too much. You don't want to edit too much. That's just another tip. And third tip, do as I say, not as I do. You may have noticed that I'm using Adobe Audition. That's because I have the Adobe suite. When I started, I'm like, oh, I need an audio program. It's like, oh, Adobe Audition. That's a free program. It's made by Adobe. Adobe makes stuff, great stuff. No, Premiere and Photoshop are great. Audition is the worst. I mean, I'm trained in it. That's why I use it. But if you ever use a program, do not use Adobe Audition. Download Audacity. It's free. Do not. I have had so many glitches with this. You cannot stop while you are editing because there's no way to save. Audition is the worst. Keep some chocolate around and some water, and only do about a paragraph at a time. That way you can work on it as you edit. Alright, now for the most crucial, important step of making a video. If you skip this step, you may as well just put a dead body on the thumbnail or use the N-word while playing PUBG. This is suicide if you skip this step. You need to curl your mustache. So you get your mustache all wet. You get the mustache waxed. First you gotta use the mustache thing. Alright, now let's set up the set for the rest of the video. Alright, for my next part of what I do is I just need to kind of set up my lighting and everything, change the wall around a bit. This takes like about 10 minutes, so what I usually do while doing this is I set up a YouTube video to listen to, and I'll probably just do all this in fast motion, but I think that one thing that's important is a 3-point lighting system. I'll talk about it a little more really soon. Alright, a little bit of a lesson from Chet about lighting. Now, you might notice I got PVC pipe here, and then like torch lights or something. Usually, lights cost about 20 bucks and lighting stands cost about 30 bucks. If you go down to Home Depot, you can make the stands for about 8 bucks for all 3 of the stands. Each one of these lights costs about 6 bucks. It's definitely good for getting started. It's really cheap, and I mean, it looks just fine. Diffusers might be a little good, but I don't plan on buying them. I mean, ever since I added this glass panel thing, I thought, maybe I should do something about a diffuser, because it always shows up. That's why this one, I'm shining it way to the left this time. See if I can't help with that. But yeah, you can get a lighting really good. Lighting is so important. Another thing, yeah, so now I'm going to tell you about the 3-point light system. So, you might have noticed I have not used good lighting in this video. Just look at the scene in the bathroom. You'll notice that I had the window open there. My whole face on this side is shown well, and then there's just shadows here. You don't want to do that. That's why you set a light to the left of you and to the right of you, so that your whole face is lit up pretty evenly. And then this right here, this is where the 3rd point comes in. You also want your background to have a light shine on it. Shine behind you. That way, you know, all of it, everything's well lit. Alright. And for the next parts of the videos, I actually need to use my camera for that, so I'm going to be using my phone from this point on. So set that up there. Here. And looks pretty good. Alright, so I'm surprised that camera still works. The camera that I'm using right now to kind of show what I need to do right now is the first camera that I used. Alright, so what I need to do right now is take this flower, because I'm going to stand right here. Here looks good, but I can't reach the camera, and so I need to hold that there so I can get it in focus. There we go. That looks good. Put it down so I know where to stand. Go ahead and turn on the light. Oh, gotta plug in the lights. Bop. Bop, turn the lights on. Now I need to pull up my script. Now, when I do the reading, I can read right off the script. Here, I just kind of have to memorize a paragraph or 2 or 3. So, pull it up. Google Docs, seriously, that's so good. It helps a ton. Hopefully I can memorize the beats. And, okay. Hello and welcome to Wednesday. Alright. Hello and welcome to Wednesday. Did anybody catch my Wednesday series? Or at least at the very end when I did my top 30 games? Well, today on Wednesday, we're looking at the sequel. Did they learn how to make games better, more playable, more fun? Well, I won't know until I'm in the thick of it. Let's go! So yeah, this script definitely differs from how I wrote it. And now for another behind-the-scenes thing. While I have this all set up, I'm going to do the end part thing. That's right, the whole thing's a lie. I do both of them at the same time. That middle stuff, that's filmed very last out of all the stuff I do sitting on the couch is filming. So I'm going to go ahead and turn that camera off and do that. This is what the setup looks like for the live action. I pretend like I'm playing a game, but I ain't playing no game. I can't even see the TV. So what I do here is I get the controller that's appropriate for the game that I'm playing. Don't even plug it in. And like last time, you get your script. See, this is why I need to put live action in bold, making a completely separate paragraph when writing, so I can just scroll through the script really easily and find my lines. Alright, here. It's so short! Are you serious? Free Red Devils, are you serious? And so I do each shot several times with just varying different emotions, so that I can choose when I put it in. Like, if you give $5 to me on Patreon, every week I put up the bloopers. There aren't a lot of bloopers, but there is a lot of unused footage, me doing the take several times, so I'm gonna do that again right here. First way. It's so short. Are you serious? 3 red devils! Are you serious? So yeah, I'll do 3, 4, sometimes even 5, you know, and then I'll choose when I'm editing which take I liked the most. So I think all that's left is the editing. So once I finally get to that. Alright, now for my favorite thing to do in the world. As I said, I'm not too big a fan of the voice acting or the writing, but editing. Editing is the slowest process. For about every minute of video, that's about an hour of editing, but I still love it. So, I don't really know what to say here, just that, you know, you probably are going to spend a lot of time editing. I would like to make a video down the line where I kind of show my tricks of how to do, like, you see that right there? Made it so that, boom, and then it switches right to the live action. Again, keyframes are a big thing, like, right here is, right before I open my big ugly mouth, I need to make sure that it fades away, so, see that, how, boom, fades away, then I start talking. Another thing that's important now this is the biggest thing, the biggest tip that I can give. Purple Maple Leaf in her video, she said how she gets the music for her videos. Now my biggest fear is that one day this website will get shut down. You know, because here's the thing, YouTubers, even I'm assuming even PBG and Pro Jared and all of them, I'm pretty sure they don't have the right to use the music in the video games. But right now, as long, you know, until the day comes that they can find out, yeah, you're using copyrighted music, well, then my secret, KH Insider. That's your secret. If you need music from video games, just put in KH Insider. Also, tip, obviously, stay away from Disney music, stay away from Ghibli music, stay away from music made by Square, Bungie, Bethesda. Here's the thing. This website actually has a blacklist of people who have contacted and say, don't you dare put our music on that site. But it's still got all the Nintendo stuff. So I'll just type in ghosts, because I don't know how to spell the word ghouls. There we go. Ghouls and ghosts. Let's take a Genesis. Here's the SNES one. And then, boom, I've got access to everything. Where's Haunted Graveyard? That sounds like the first one. So boom, from there I can just download it. And this is where I get all my music. You know, I don't really download anything from YouTube, because here, you know, has music that's not necessarily been approved. It just hasn't been told, hey, don't use that. So boom, got Haunted Graveyard. Definitely gonna need that. Probably gonna download most of this. I use other songs too, but there's my tips. I've told you how long it takes to edit, how long it takes to do everything. So if anything else pops up that I think of, I'll go ahead and put it on there. But so keep in mind, I spent 4.5 hours playing the game. I'm going to spend 12 hours editing. I spent 3 hours writing, 3 hours voice acting, an hour doing the live action bits. A job like this is not a lot of playing video games. It's a very small amount of it. It's fun, but it does involve editing, and I love editing. That's my favorite thing to do in the whole world. Actually, it turns out I was completely wrong. There is 2 more very important things that I still have to do with the making the video. It's pretty simple though. It is only the thumbnail. So for that, it's pretty easy. What I usually do is I would go onto Google and I would grab a picture of the box art. I did that. However, I made a bit of a joke. I think it's important to, if you make a joke in your video, to kind of call back to it. I called this game the Dark Souls of platformers, and so I'm actually gonna run with that joke. I want to go ahead and make this just take up the entire screen. So all you gotta do for the thumbnail is I do that. Alright, go ahead and apply it. Now I'm going to need my guy. You need a guy if you, oh wait, this is gonna be my pictures. Where's my guy? Where's my art? I got lots of arts. This isn't a Patreon, this is what's SNES Day. See, the difference between my Wednesday and my Wednesday one is he's got a big, goofy swallow. So we go ahead and do that. And then, pull him over, put him here. There we go. That should be pretty good. Now I need the Wednesday logo. Wednesday. I'm letting you get a good look at everything I have in my pictures folder. Oh, no, not here. Here we go. Hold shift and it'll stay scaled. Now this is usually all I do for a Wednesday thumbnail. These are the easiest ones. However, in my video, there was this super cute sprite, and by the way, putting a girl in your thumbnail, that gets you automatic more views, even if it is just this silly little pixelated one. So I'm gonna go ahead and have her. Oh my goodness, does she look better when she's not? Okay, yeah. Okay, let's I'm not seeing a get her out of here button. It's okay. Just drag her down to the trash. Okay, we got her. Copy. Paste. Hold shift. Make her big. There we go. We got a cute girl in the thumbnail. Don't put her over the Nintendo seal. Put her right there. Now we do need to get her behind where it says Wednesday. There we go. That's a thumbnail. Who wouldn't click on that? Who wouldn't click on that? It's a brilliant thumbnail. Well, that was good. It looks like I've got my caps lock mixed up. Put it as a JPEG. Boom. All right. Final step. You need to go. You need to hit upload. What are we doing? Super Ghosts and Goblins. There we go. Open it up. Put Wednesday because it's part of a series. Scheduled. Now this is going. See, it's Friday right now. This is gonna go up on the very last day of January. Now I like to do 9 a.m. because on my time zone where I am right now, that means GMT. I'm not sure if it's 12 or 11, but that's in New York time, and that's what you really want to pay attention to. So we got that. Oh, we're gonna need a custom thumbnail right here. Do we have a good one? How do you spell ghouls? Oh, it's super ghouls. Super ghouls and goblins. There we go. I've set everything up. Now I just need to put some tags. Gotta demonetize it. Alright, everything looks good. Now I think I've taught you all of the tricks of the trade that I know, except for specific like editing things. I would love it to do that sometime in the future. But hopefully you found this video intriguing, enlightening, entertaining. If it's been at least one of those three things, I have succeeded. I can teach you what to do real quick, except I probably won't be able to. But yeah, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. No need to subscribe to yourself. Oh, that's true. But yeah, thanks for watching the video.